say what Mike Tomlin and the Steelers have not backed up their belief in James Washington with their actions. It's been a hard time for him to get playing times and opportunities when everybody's healthy. They've made him their fourth wide receiver. So I don't see him. I don't see him going into the Juju Smith-Schuster role and putting up big numbers. And he's a free agent at the end of the year, Richie. I don't think he'll be back. I think they'll bring Juju back on like a $4 or $5 million deal. That's my prediction.
Yeah, mine too. But I also think Juju needs a guy like Deontay Johnson on the other side, a guy like Antonio Brown. That's where he flourishes. And that would, if he is a number 2 receiver, he needs a guy like that. Or if you have just 3
you think Deontay's a 1, huh?
I think he's the best receiver on the. This is a good question to have.
Well, he is. He is their best receiver. Yeah. But do you think he's a legitimate 1? Do you think he's a great wide receiver?
I don't think he's a great wide receiver. I think he's the Steelers' best receiver, their number 1 receiver.
Correct.
That's what I think.
I agree with that.
I think Chase Claypool could be their best wide receiver. But right now, I think it's Deontay Johnson. So I think that's why we see less of Juju Smith-Schuster, even though he's might be their second best receiver. Those guys are more dynamic. Juju is just dependable and makes the play that they need to make. But
he's Jericho Cotchery with a TikTok. That's what he is. He's Jericho Cotchery with a TikTok. And Ben loved Jericho Cotchery because you just said he's very dependable.
Yeah, I mean, he's Hines Ward too. I think he's a Hines Ward, not quite as good, but maybe he could have been. Maybe he could be with the right players around him.
No.
You don't ever think he could be a Hines Ward?
No. Hines is a borderline Hall of Famer.
I get it.
Hines is a guy that's right on the bubble. Juju's not close to that.
Well, what if he plays 10 years and puts up the kind of numbers that he did the last couple years? Let me ask you this question.
Let me ask you this question. This is right in your sweet spot. Same type of wide receiver. Who do you think's better, Tyler Boyd or Juju?
Yeah. I mean, Tyler Boyd. I think
the
Bengals have a better receiver.
If he plays 10 years as a Hall of Famer, come on, he's not even close. He's a good player, but let's not put in the Hines Ward class, Richie. Come on now. Right. That's disrespectful to Hines. He's got a Super Bowl MVP.
He does. But he had good receivers around him, too. And that's what I think this guy like Juju needs. He needs attention taken away from him. I think he's dependable. He's physical. He has the same kind of traits as Hines Ward. I'm not saying he's a Hall of Famer, but if he had he had some bad luck here this year, and you had the COVID year last year. So, I don't know. Maybe he'll come back. I bet you he signs like a 2-year deal with the Steelers. Or 1. I think he comes back next year, though. All right. We're going to take a break. Take some phone calls. We can debate this more. 412-575-2600 is the number.